Hi, I'm Tisha,
I'm Lauren.
and this is the Open Booked podcast. Today, we are talking about Anatomy of an Alibi by Ashley Elston. But first, what are you reading, and what did you read this week?
I read nothing but this book this week. Again, I think we're on a 3 week stretch of that. I said this last week. I think I would, when I go on work trips, I either read 4 books or read none, and this, in fact, was read none. I was actually quite busy this one, so I didn't really have time, and our flight was direct, so it wasn't like I had a bunch of airport time. Anyways, so I just read this book this week, and what I'm currently reading is I started on our book for next week, Just for the Cameras by Megan Quinn. So that's it. What about you?
Same. I only read this book, and I DNF'd that other one, A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. I just couldn't get into it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's...
Sometimes you just can't.
Yeah, I don't know if it's this time of the year or what's up.
Yeah, I feel like in this season, the beginning of the years, we're busting out books, and in years past as well, and now we're like reading the bare minimum.
Yeah, but it'll be okay. I'm still ahead on my reading goal.
I lowered mine. I did 150, and it was starting to feel like a job, so I moved it down to 100. And at 100, I've done more than that the past 3 years, so I feel like that's manageable.
I have a book haul.
Yes.
I did one of those Facebook book swap things where you send either your favorite book or a book off of their Amazon wish list, but I didn't get their wish list for the person I had to send mine to, so I was like, I'll just send. And I sent her this one, which I had got, and I was like, it's a cute little, just comforting book. It's big on mental health by Matt Haig, and it's really good. Anecdotal stories or kind of facts to help you get through a tough time. So love it. So the first one, that's the third one I got. The first one I got was Flawless, Elsie Silver, which has been on my TBR for forever. I just haven't started it yet. And then the second one's Happy Place by Emily Henry. Love. And then again, the third one was The Comfort Book by Matt Haig. And then another fave, which this one has pretty, I don't know if you can see, little corals.
So cute.
Remarkably Bright Creatures. This is what I read last month and loved. So I added it to my wish list just to have a physical copy. And this paper is really, it feels like worn, but also just, I don't know, it's pleasing. And then, of course, really pretty lettering, but that's a good one. So that's the last one I got. That's it. 4 so far.
I need to do that. I got your message and then was busy when it came through, and then I was thinking about it. Oh, I need to go back and do that. But I did it once before, a few years ago, and actually got like 5 or 6 books, I think. So it's pretty cool.
Nice return on investment. You buy one and get several.
One. Yeah, good ROI. All right, do we want to run through? Looks like you've highlighted quite a few books this week.
Yeah.
That are coming out.
Yep. So these are the books March 10th through 20th. The first one is Frida's Cook by Florencia Echeves. I'm not sure. A historical fiction. She Fell Away by Lenore Nash, mystery and thriller. A Bookish Story by Heather Lee Bell, romance. That one looks really cute. Ruinous Creatures by Jessie Cole Jackson, fantasy. Served Him Right by Lisa Unger, mystery and thriller. That one looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
And makes me wonder, like, did he get karma or, like, did he get cooked?
Mm-hmm. Really, with a thriller, it could go either way. Exactly. Or both ways.
Yeah. No Place Like You by Jillian Meadows, romance. This Story Might Save Your Life by Tiffany Crum, mystery and thriller. This one came out of left field. Blood and Roses by Callie Hart. It is volume 1 of a dark romance, so I'm excited for that one.
Wait, Callie Hart that wrote Quicksilver?
Yeah.
Why have we even not heard about this?
Right? I don't know.
Okay.
How to Survive in the Woods by Kat Rosenfield. mystery and thriller. A Lady for All Seasons by T.J. Alexander, romance. Once and Again by Rebecca Searle, romance. The Fox and the Devil. I love the cover on this one. Fantasy. You Should Have Been Nicer to My Mom by Vincent Tirado. All the World Can Hold by Jung Yoon, historical fiction. Mistakes Were Made by Lucy Score, romance.
I didn't know about this one.
Yeah, me either. Spoiled Milk by Avery Curran, horror.
Good title for horror.
Yeah. Almost Life by Kieran Millwood, literary fiction. That one is on the 12th. And then You Did Nothing Wrong by C.G. Drews, horror, which if you know, you know. We just covered Hazelthorne by C.G. Drews a few months ago, so go back and check that out. Queen of the Night Sky by Amelie Howard, fantasy. And these are on the 17th, just so we're in line. The Shock of the Light by Lori Inglis Hall, historical fiction. Inamorata by Ava Reed, fantasy. Everyone in This Bank is a Thief by Benjamin Stevenson, which he's written several in this kind of series of everyone in this house is a killer. Everyone in my family is a murderer. Like,
Okay.
really fun YA, more, in my opinion, mystery and thrillers. Underwater by Tara Menon, literary fiction. Mother is Watching by Karma Brown, horror. The Fountain by Casey Saiska. Sorry if I mispronounced that one. Fantasy. Love Song by Elle Kennedy, romance. Stakeouts and Strollers by Rob Phillips, mystery and thriller.
I don't know which direction that's going, but I'm
Right.
interested.
Bloodlust by Sandra Brown, mystery and thriller. I Am Agatha by Nancy Foley, fiction. Children of Strife by Adrian Tchaikovsky, sci-fi. That one is on the 19th. And the last one on the 20th is My Dreadful Darling by H.D. Carlton, dark romance.
Is that in with the
Hunting and Haunting?
Cat and Mouse? Yeah.
I think so. Because I thought that was just a duet.
Yeah, everybody's... It could just be in the other universe because... Or in the same universe because there are other books, 2 other books that are in the, like, standalone novellas in this. But I was, like, reading the comments and people haven't even read it and they're writing stuff, so
I hate that.
It doesn't say it's a part of any blurb coming soon, placeholder date for pre-order, and it doesn't say it's a part of any series.
So it may not even be coming out.
Yeah.
Which...
March 20th.
Yeah, I've seen this a lot in doing this list. People, like, up to a week or 2 before still have just, like, placeholders in there for the information. And I'm like, you should have already sent out any arcs to get reviews, get people talking about it. How are we not doing this?
Yeah.
And I get if you're like an indie author and you haven't done this before, but clearly H.D. Carlton has, and has great success with Hunting and Haunting. And how? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's weird.
And I don't know.
Comments. I don't think you should be able to comment unless you're like a pre-approved ARC person before the books come out.
Yeah. And I don't know where Goodreads gets their information. Like, is it from, like, editor or printer websites? Or, like, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either. Well, didn't know about that either. Lots of new developments this week that I had no clue about.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to dive into this book?
I think that's it.
Okay. All right, the blurb. It's on the inside cover this time. Ready? Mm-hmm. Camille Bayless appears to have the picture-perfect life. She's married to the hotshot lawyer Ben and is the daughter of a wealthy Louisiana family. Only nothing is as it seems. Camille believes Ben has been hiding dirty secrets for years, but she can't find proof because he tracks her every move. Aubrey Price has been haunted by the terrible night that changed her life a decade ago, and she's convinced Benjamin Bayless knows something about it. Living in a house full of criminals, Aubrey understands there's more than one way to get to the truth, and she may have found the best way in. Aubrey and Camille hatch a plan. It sounds simple. For 12 hours, Aubrey will take Camille's place. Camille will spy on Ben, and the two women will get the answers they desperately seek. Except the next morning, Ben is found murdered. Both women need an airtight alibi, but only one of them has it. And one false step is all it takes for everything to come undone. Okay. Thoughts?
That's a pretty good synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
I love that at the beginning they give a description of what an alibi is.
Mm-hmm.
Not my favorite, not terrible, but just after reading anything by Alice Feeney or Lucy Foley, anything with a dual POV or dual timeline, especially in the mystery and thriller sector genre, it's hard to compare.
Which, we covered her. Did we cover her first book last year, or did I just read that on my own?
I think you read that one on your own.
Okay. I'm just going to compare between her books, okay? And I enjoyed the first one significantly more.
Okay.
I didn't figure out all of this book, but I figured out enough that I didn't feel like it was that twisty.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, ultimately the who killed Ben, I didn't figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much everything else, the accident 10 years ago, who's good, who's bad, I think I had that summed up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't shocked about the wife at all. As soon as I knew that she went over there, I was like, yeah, she did it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, her last book, I was utterly floored. I had no clue.
Okay.
So that's part of the reason I was like, I pumped this book up in my head too much, maybe.
Yeah.
So I may have been a little overhyped and a little disappointed. Not that it was bad, it was still very well written.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the characters. Didn't have that like thriller wow factor.
Yeah. I think some of it for me might have been the narrators too. They just didn't have a lot of vocal range, I feel like, which is fine for a more procedural, I feel like. But for the mystery and suspense that you're trying to portray, I feel like it just needs a little more depth. But that could just be me.
Yeah. I could see that, for sure. Narrators play a big part in how we enjoy if we're listening.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get confused with all of the different POVs jumping between timelines? Like before
Little
the
bit,
Alibi,
yeah.
10 years, and then the dates?
Yeah. I don't think I paid attention to the dates after October 10th, which was like the Alibi, like the day of. So I was like, I just remember like before the Alibi and after. And then randomly in the middle, these Ben POVs are thrown in and this motherfucker's dead. Like, what?
Yeah.
Why are we getting his POV when he's gone? It just doesn't compute for me.
Yeah. And the only thing that I kind of suspected that wasn't in this book and wasn't what happened, I never thought that the law partner, had anything to do with it. Yeah. I thought that maybe he and Camille were having an affair.
There was a moment where I was like, is that why she's trying to get out of this? And that's why she knows like all of the things she needs to do to get out of this prenup.
Yeah. And I never in my head was like, okay, she killed him. I genuinely didn't think that. I think the obvious play is that her and the partner killed him. But, I mean, and that, so to me, I'm never going to go for the obvious play, because that's never what it is. If it is the obvious play, there's like 10 levels deeper that you have to figure out. Yeah. So I thought, okay, somebody knows about the affair. They're having an affair. And they thought, oh, we're going to tee this up. Get rid of this guy. But pin it on them, who both have motive. Yeah. Huge motives. So that's kind of what I thought. I never really thought Ben was the supervillain. Like, they kind of played him up to be for about half of the book. And I was like, there's more to this. Like, she's not getting beat. Mm-mm. He's not cheating on her. Mm-mm. So he's not this supervillain. Mm-mm. And this is what I have been wondering. What kind of attorney would Ben have been if they wouldn't have come to his door that night or through his window and her get under his him get under her dad's thumb.
Yeah. I
He
think
might have been a
decent guy. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like it's very fitting for their locale. It's giving very Murdaugh. Like, as soon as the dad started talking, I was like, why does this feel like some shit fucking Murdaugh would do?
Straight up. Straight up. Also, side note, I loved all the references to them watching the Saints game because I'm a Saints fan and no one else is Saints fan, so I got a little, that's my team. But, yeah, no, it's cool. I'm guessing this author is from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just really, like, fascinated by the culture.
Which, of all the states in the U.S., I'd say Louisiana probably has the most culture. Let's be real. Original, that is a Louisiana thing. It's cool, really.
Yeah.
So what did you think about, like, the whole plan for the girls to swap places? Were you the entire time being like, what is going on? Because the first, like, the bar situation, I'm like, what's happening?
I did think for a minute that because of the swap, and then the, like, secondary swap where she had the friend or roommate, like, fill in for her for a minute, I was like, maybe she did hire somebody or, like, find a way or a reason to kill him. And then now she's just worried about covering it up. But just, like, the internal monologue never made it make sense. So I was like, I don't know. This whole thing felt like way too much work.
What I really thought was going to be the ending, or like the story for Ben. Like I said, I think I figured out the girlfriend at the time. Mm-hmm. That to me was a pretty easy thing for me to figure out. Mm-hmm. The who killed Ben, I didn't ever figure that out. But for a while, my hunch was that Ben knew about, at the time they thought it was Silas, right? He was threatening the dad to, like, get away. And the dad had him killed.
I thought that for a minute too, especially when they were talking about, like, how they had all these connections and then there were these notes about Chief and this whole thing. And I was like, he's killing everybody who knew about it.
Yep.
So he killed Ben, he killed the cop, he killed God knows who else, and he's just moving through the line and on his way to his own spiral. Like, he's going to do something that will essentially take him out of the game too.
Yeah. I thought, okay, Dad's covering his tracks. Then when they said that, when I lost that train of thought was when the Foster, the old police chief, had died of pancreatic cancer, and it was very clear that that's how he died. I was like, yeah, that train left the station for me at that point. But up until that point, the dad was my number one suspect. I'm like, okay, maybe there is abuse going on that's not pictured.
Yeah.
And the dad finds out and is like, I'm never letting her leave him because this is a Southern life. You shut your mouth and don't get a divorce and say, yes, ma'am. Or, something worse.
Yeah.
God forbid. And the dad was like, okay, honey, I'm going to get you out of this.
Mm-hmm.
And had him killed. Or it was the blackmail situation. He was like, I'm done being under your thumb. I know what your son did, and I'm going to tell everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, but then I was like, okay, if it's not the dad is big bad villain number one.
Yeah.
So I think they should have wrote an epilogue where it's like years later and the partner and Camille are together. What was his name? There was a Hank and a Frank, and I kept getting them confused.
Hank was the partner.
Hank was the partner. Okay, what did surprise me, speaking of Frank, was that he was a plant from her brother. I didn't expect that. I just thought he was some random guy in the story. So that was a good twist that got me.
Yeah, for sure. Because I don't know. Although, like, thinking back, though, as soon as he was, like, so insistent that, like, we have to watch this video now, like, we can't take it anywhere. Why couldn't she go with him to go get the laptop or, like, whatever? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just really convenient. Plant. But also, like, how do you even know 7 steps ahead to plant him there? Like, to get him dating the roommate. And get him,
well,
essentially...
she called him the day of.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, that's pretty quick to start dating and then throw someone a birthday party. What, a week later?
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, you're right. That's pretty quick. I didn't think about the timeline.
Yeah.
Also, Silas, there's layers there. Because he wants to be a good person, but he's raised to be a shitty person, and is very good at being a shitty person. Like, he really shined at the end there with his Dr. Evil, Aelin Galathinius level plan.
Yes.
It's like, he's too good at this. He didn't even think about it.
She's really been drinking a lot lately. I just hope she doesn't get behind the wheel. Like,
Yeah.
what? Okay.
Yeah, kill your wife.
And then how do you do that? Like, do you drug her and
That's
kill
what I was
her
thinking.
before you put her behind the wheel? And then...
I was guessing a delayed release drug, like in her drink she was taking to go drive somewhere. And then you just hope there's no other collateral damage, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, what if that just creates like a spiral of she caused another accident, which killed another person? Like,
yeah,
fuck.
I guess it would end there with her this time. But
yeah,
no, that was my thought. Is the only way, the way he was setting that up is he was saying, like, she's been struggling. I thought he was gonna, like, do a suicide.
Yeah.
But he's too smart. A suicide would have come down to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they were really smart, they would have set it up like she was having an affair with Ben before a suicide. And then they'd be like, oh, he got killed and she feels guilty and she's grieving, so she killed herself.
Yeah.
I mean, they played Ben up to be a hero.
Yeah, could have gone a lot of ways.
It's kind of fun to think about.
Yeah. The whole way he was watching and tracking her, though, like, that gave me ick.
Red flag. Yeah.
And then the fact that he caught her and then was like, got a phone call and had to leave. And then he's just like waiting outside for her. But she didn't see it on the camera that is there. And he didn't know the camera was there at the front door.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, it's pretty smart, but also fucking creepy. Quit watching that closely.
I get, like, tracking a credit card if you have someone like me. If I had a black Amex, world, watch out. So I get, like, tracking how much money she spends.
Yeah.
Like, you have to do that to pay bills or whatnot. What I don't get is, like, tracking all of her devices. Like, my husband is an ultimate beige flag when it comes to this, or green flag, because he has my location on Live 360 for safety purposes, as my entire family's on this. And I was on a work trip, and he's, like, asking me, where are you at? What are you doing? You okay? Like, did you land safe? Did you... I'm like, babe, you can see it on Live 360. And he was so sweet. He said, I just feel like that's an invasion of your privacy. And I just wanted you to tell me you were okay. And I said, you can creep my location. That's why you have it. I don't care. He was like, well, you were with a group of girls, and I just wanted to make sure you guys were all okay. And I was like, you looked on Live 360. I was expecting you to. So, like, we had this conversation last night. And then I read this book right after, and I was like, my husband's a green flag. Yes.
Meanwhile, my entire family stalks each other, and they're like, you went to Texas Roadhouse without me? I'm like, yes, I'm not going to ask you to drive an hour and a half to come eat dinner with us on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, my family will look at the driving infractions, be like, you had 500 phone usages. Like, we all get together, and it's roasting each other when my grandma's the only one with no problems on her thing at all. No phone use, no speeding, no heavy braking. None of that. But
yep, we're always tracking to see how fast my brother's driving.
Yep. Good fun. I'm glad we didn't have that when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't have gotten that on a Motorola Razr anyways.
Definitely not.
These notes that I got for this, which I always get, said the biggest twist of the book was that Margaret was driving.
Yeah, I saw that and was like, not really.
What did you feel like the biggest twist of the book was? Just curious.
The Frank. I think just being a plant and then being the one that did it. And then, it wasn't Silas, it was Deacon.
Deacon? Oh, killing the cop.
Killing
that guy.
Yeah.
Sully. Yeah.
I think that was probably it for me. I was like, did he mean to?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay. And then just the
I'm
way
glad
they
he
all
did.
react to it. I was like, you're way too comfortable with that.
Silas. That's what I'm saying. He's like an onion with layers. And then killing his own wife.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't want to be like his dad or get from underneath his dad's thumb.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. He made me think of the brother in Outer Banks. I can't think of his name. CJ or J something?
Rafe,
yeah. I was getting that vibe from him.
Mm-hmm.
So if they ever turn this into a movie, that's who he needs to play. Who needs to play him?
Yeah, because Rafe, like, comes in strong as a druggy dick and then, like, has redeeming moments. And the girls love him. But ultimately was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
We'll see. I guess there's one more season, right?
Yeah. I haven't heard anything about when it's coming out.
I haven't heard when it's coming out, but I saw right around the time we got back from Italy, people were posting. I guess they're filming in Italy.
Yeah.
People were posting, like, seeing them on the streets, and I was like, damn, we missed Emily in Paris and Venice and them in Rome. So, anyways, yeah. So I know they were filming, so I would assume usually it's within like a year of that stuff, right? I mean, Emily in Paris already came out, and that was filming in like August.
Yeah.
Maybe soon. Oh, this question is fun. How reliable is any evidence when built on lies and manipulation?
It's not. And that I think was the whole point of it, because they, start out explaining what an alibi is, and then there's a couple of times where Hank references like the anatomy of this story, anatomy of this alibi, and where it started and how this whole swapping came about and why she chose to do it that way. So I think it was interesting to see, and I'm sure we see it in everyday life all the time, just like creating this story to make it be believable to somebody else.
Yeah. And I think another great, like, common theme here is wealth and power, because you already talked about the Murdochs, but, like, let's just throw in the Epstein files, for example. And Diddy.
Yeah.
Diddy literally got away with everything. He got some prostitution charges. For everything he did, he got prostitution charges. And these Epstein files, they're literally fucking eating babies. Sorry for my rant here. This is factual. It says it. And they've all gotten away with it for decades. Because they pay off the right people. They're friends with... Freaking Prince of England was arrested a few days ago. Yeah. He's already out. He got his prince... He's not Prince Andrew anymore. But he got his title stripped and whatnot. But at the same time, a freaking royal was involved in this. And based on some of the other names I've heard, yeah, we knew he was a creep. But based on some of the other names I'm seeing in, like, Middle Eastern countries as well, like, oil and business tycoons were up in that. Like, it was a worldwide thing. And they got away with it. And I think that's a good theme in this book, is the dad is one of the most powerful families. Like, they said their school went on a field trip to her house.
Yeah, fucking wild.
I know those, like, plantation houses are historical monuments, and they should be. They're beautiful. They don't make houses like that anymore. They have a dark history and whatnot that's important to talk about. But if you are a field trip destination, you are a rich and powerful family.
Yeah.
And this is an example of a 20-year-old, if we so thought, fucking up big time, and daddy comes in capable of killing people to keep this secret.
Yeah. It's just wild.
Yeah.
Killing people, blackmailing them, like extortion. There's so many levels to keeping a secret like this. Both in just like how he immediately called the sheriff, which I think he was just like a cop at the time. He hadn't been sheriff yet, and just told him, like, fix it. Yeah. And the cop went and got the video, but hid it. And then went and interviewed these kids and took their statement, but he knew they were all lying and just took it as fact and accepted it.
Told them what to say.
Yeah.
Pretty much was like, just say this.
Yeah.
Sign here.
Fucking wild.
You know that shit goes on everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I did like that. And there's another note in here about morally gray characters. Like, at the end, you're like, okay, Silas is bad, but he's killing someone who killed other people, so does that make it okay? It makes you kind of question it, and that's a me problem. I understand that. But I think that's a problem with a lot of people. Like, we've talked about this too. Like,
Luigi
love a vigilante. Yes, we love a vigilante. We love a eye for an eye Old Testament. I mean, we just, as humans, or millennials, I don't know which one, because I don't think all generations agree on this. I think this is a very niche millennial thing.
Yeah.
But we just love a villain who does bad things for the right reasons.
Yeah. And I think our generation has seen and heard so much of that happening, like so much wrong being done in the name of greed or power or whatever. And we're just fucking fed up. It's like, why didn't the generation before us do anything about this? Why didn't they stop it or prevent it in any way? And then now it's up to us, basically, to uncover information or dig through hours of video and information to just be like, okay, this is what actually happened. And why the fuck isn't anybody doing anything about it?
Yeah. Also, I think everything is kind of AI right now, and so it's really hard for us to believe anything. You know what I mean? So, like, videos and things when you're trying to research look so real. Like, this is unrelated, but I saw a video of a dog carrying a snake into bed and the owner's freaking out. And I was like, oh my god, if Rooster did that, I would lose it. And then it was AI. But it looked so real. No clue that this golden retriever didn't carry a copperhead into the bed.
Yeah.
With the humans. Like, that's scary.
That's terrifying.
That's scary.
And
I don't know what's real.
And yeah, that's something that I, a mom of a teenager now, have to worry about, because there was an incident a couple months ago where his grandmother saw a conversation that she felt was inappropriate. I know they were talking about video games, and before I even saw it myself with my own eyes, I could comprehend that they were talking about a video game. It wasn't that big of a deal. No, they shouldn't be saying that in a message where it could be seen or shared or anything like that. But there were topics that were discussed, and I was like, you have to understand that screenshots are forever. Mm-hmm. You have to understand that, like, his friend is making AI videos. I said, you cannot be sending your face or any part of your likeness to anybody else, because they can create that video to do anything they want it to do. It could be bad, it could be good, but the majority is probably going to be bad. So you just have to think. Fucking think.
Yeah.
And I don't think he understood that. So I showed him some videos, and I'm like, this is what's scary. Like, you don't know what's real and what's not. And there are a lot of people that would be duped by that. You just don't know what could happen at any point.
Scary.
It is.
It's really gotten prevalent over the past couple of years. I feel like before that, you could still very clearly, like, back in our day, it was Photoshop, and you're like, her butt isn't that big. Look, it points out now, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, her waist, no way. Why is that tree blurry behind? You know,
exactly.
Like,
the wall moved.
It was easy to spot. Yeah, the wall, but it was easy to spot people photoshopping things, and then it became now AI, and it's like people. I posted this on my story the other day, and it's like, I knew we were cooked as a society when people started accepting compliments on AI-generated photos of themselves.
Yes, I saw that.
It's not you, sis. I'm sorry. It's funny, the little lollipop thing that was going on around Christmas. I did it. I didn't post it because I was just laughing.
Yeah.
But it's not you. It's fake.
And I think that goes into a whole different topic of, like, body dysmorphia and, like, thinking that these edited photos are you. And then when you look in the mirror, your brain is just like, no, that's not okay, because that's not you. Like, what? No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to just be a really dark or mentally unwell generation that follows us because there's so much fake out there.
Yeah. And I mean, not that our generation didn't have our own struggles with body dysmorphia or really eating disorders in general because of the Bop magazine with the low-cut jeans and everyone being so tiny. But I do feel like it's going to be a struggle for this generation. I mean, there are people I know that I see every single day that their profile pictures do not look anything like them. I see them every day. I know what they look like. It's scary.
Yeah.
That you can meet somebody. I'm so glad I'm not single. You could meet someone online and it's not even just using a fake profile picture. It could be them. But it's so AI altered or edited that it doesn't even look like them.
Yeah, it's bad. So bad.
Yeah. We just went on a huge tangent.
Yeah, it's okay. It's life.
Thanks for coming to our TED Talk. Anything else on the book?
No, I think that's it.
We talked about all of the big twisty turns.
Yeah. I gave it a 3.5, rounded up to 4. It wasn't.
I did the same.
My favorite, but it wasn't bad either.
Yeah, I rounded up to 4. If Goodreads had half stars, no shade, I would have done the 3.5 as well.
Did you see they're adding a DNF shelf now?
No, I had created my own because you can create your own shelf.
That's what they said.
But they're now doing a
like
standard one. Okay, that's good.
I'm like, finally, maybe stars are next. Half stars.
Maybe stars are next. Yeah, we can only hope.
Yeah. All right. Next week, we are covering Just for the Cameras by Megan Quinn. So go read that to follow along with us. Check out our website for merch and all things book, events, new releases, free books or highly discounted books on Amazon and Kindle. And I think that's it. So we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.